Hi guys, salut tout le monde.
Salut.
I'm Maïa and I'm French.
I'm Charlie, I'm American.
And we're Street French. And today we are going to talk about nous and on, which one to use and how to use it.
So we've been asked this question a lot on our Instagram. Everyone wants to know when to use nous or on.
Because from the beginning we keep saying that it's important to use on as much as possible. That's what makes you sound more like a native French. And so maybe some of you understood that, okay, never use nous ever, which is not totally the case. So we're gonna explain a bit more about it.
So what we really mean is nous plus a verb, like nous allons or nous sommes, right?
Nous allons, nous sommes.
Most French people aren't going to say that. Again, it depends on your age, your socio-economic background. Like Macron, he'll say that when he's addressing the nation. It's very formal. Yeah. You'll see it written down like in a business email or, again, more formal situation. But in everyday conversation, people don't really speak like that, generally. I can't remember the last time I heard someone use that. I think it was maybe a year ago and it was like a grandmother in a bakery or something. So instead, we're going to say on est, on va.
It's actually way simpler for you also to use that because you use the il, elle form in singular, which is kind of easy to conjugate.
But all that to say, you can use nous if you want to, if you really like using it or you got used to it. But most French people, especially like our age, or even your dad, I don't really hear him.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what, in his 60s? Again, it depends on the person. But if you want to use it, you can. It's just you're not going to sound, exactly like a native speaker.
So we're going to give you a few examples where you can use nous. So one of the questions you ask us a lot, actually every week, we do a Q&A on our Instagram, French Fridays. And we often write, posez-nous une question. And sometimes you ask us, wait, why are you doing the inversion? Why are you using nous? You keep saying you shouldn't use nous. Here it's not a question, it's a command. So that's why we do it.
Yeah, because we told you before not to use inversions when you ask questions, but this isn't a question, it's a command. And this is, one instance where you can use nous and still sound like a native.
It's not too formal, it just means us as a group.
Another example, il nous a vu. So this is a direct object. It just means us, like he saw us. Il nous a vu.
But nous can also be indirect object. So, ils nous ont dit qu'ils allaient venir. Ils nous ont dit qu'ils allaient venir.
Yeah, so again, it just means us, right? He told us. He saw us, or they...
they told us. Another example, let's talk about vous voulez venir avec nous? Vous voulez venir avec nous?
Yeah, so that avec nous, with us.
So I guess all those examples show how nous can be used to say us. Us. We use it more often to say us than to say we.
That's actually really good. Very good explanation.
Last point is kind of a weird one, but it's really often used by French native speakers. We double the subject, kind of. So let me give you some examples. We can say, bon, nous, on y va. Nous, on y va. So you see how we double the subject?
Yeah,
we're not going to say, nous y allons. I mean, you could, but that's just too formal.
Yeah, but this is something that French speakers do a lot. They'll say, well, we're going, kind of, right?
I can say like, moi j'y suis, or moi j'y vais.
Yeah.
Moi j'y vais.
So they double the subject a lot. And so you could do this with nous, like that.
You could say, nous, on était fatigués. Nous, on était fatigués. So you couldn't say, on était fatigués. That's just weird. You have to say, nous, on était fatigués.
Yeah, so that's another example of when you might hear nous.
I guess the reason why we do that is sometimes to put an emphasis on who you're talking about. Let's say I'm with a group of friends and I say, on y va, on y va. And they could be thinking like, wait, is everyone going? Like, who's going? Kind of, am I giving a command? But if I was to say, nous on y va.
Like you just mean like a couple of us, or a few of us, right?
From the group.
Not the whole group.
So again, with the idea of a group, someone might say, on y va. And I could be like, mais nous, on n'est pas prêts. Nous, on n'est pas prêts. So like, let's say both of us, nous, on n'est pas prêts, attendez.
Yeah. Maybe if we're like on vacation with your parents, they might be like, oh, we're going, oh, nous, on n'est pas prêts. Yeah. So again, to kind of distinguish or like emphasize us, out of like the group. But again, it's really important to listen to French a lot and to watch like vlogs and, you know, hear how native speakers use the language, right? Not just what we learn in textbooks, not just what we learn in French class, because a lot of it is too formal, at least in 2021, right?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe next time you watch a French vlogger or someone on TikTok, pay attention to what they're using to say nous or or, you know, how they use all that.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let us know down in the comments. And for more conversational French, check out our free French e-course at StreetFrench.org. If you haven't already, make sure you check out our video about inversions and asking questions in French, how to sound more natural when you ask questions.
If you want to hear more conversational French, we have a series where we react to celebrities getting interviewed, so they're kind of improvising in French. It's pretty cool. That's it for this video and see you next time. Bye bye, salut!